All right, we're live and in.
Good afternoon, good evening to ECMEA. My name is Maria Elena Pradanovic and I'm a marketing director for ECMEA. You already heard today about the great achievements of 2021 that our team has delivered. In 2022, what we'll do together with our marketing organization, Eben, Serena, Catalina, Michelle, Natalia, and together with our business leads for SIP business, Beata, and advanced surgery, John, we will look in a more granular way what exactly is our focus in 2022, what do we need to perform in order to execute on our Perform, Accelerate, and Transform strategy. Every time when we start our journey and we look into the new calendar year, it is very important to understand where we are. And it's a great milestone and achievement in 2021 that everyone has contributed to. Behind every KPI, behind every number, there is always another number. And this is someone's life or someone's good being. And we are in the Baxter truly serving our purpose of saving and sustaining lives. And last year, it has showed that. If you only think about what we have achieved together, what we did in all our therapies, we provided access to the therapy to the patients and to the healthcare professionals to obtain a better life. More than 500,000 patients were treated with our products and our therapies when we speak about acute therapy, chronic disease such as peritoneal dialysis, hemodialysis, number of advanced surgeries and different type of interventions. And it's even more than 500,000 patients when we speak about other chronic areas and other disease and other interventions, including our portfolios and medication delivery and nutrition. We're truly focused on the customer. And this is what we're always aiming to achieve, building our Baxter ecosystem in a way that our true focus is always on customer, knowing customer, thinking about the customer, predicting and knowing the changes of the market in a way that we can react and act in a more active way to obtain better results. What happened as well in 2021, we're not only provided access to the therapy for a high number of patients, we went beyond. We extended our geographical expansion. We extended our presence to the new countries or to the new parts within the country, or we introduced the new products to those countries, again, to help certain patients to achieve better quality of life. 54 geographical expansion projects in 2021. And of course, this year, we're always aiming for more, serving one particular goal: help patients in our region save and sustain lives. Let's look further. How do we do that? It is all done through a very strong external focus that you and our teams have in ECMEA. Despite COVID and a number of challenges that we all go through and experience on a daily basis, this focus stayed unchanged. And we reached out to a high number, up to 40,000 of participants who attended our hybrid way of education, whether it was a live face-to-face events or virtual events, with the aim to provide education, to increase expertise, and to provide more awareness about the modern solutions and modern therapeutical options. It is even more that we have done last year altogether. And again, when I say last year, that means this is the baseline for our work in 2022 and beyond. As you all know, COVID brought us certain challenges into the therapeutic area space. And specifically, it was not easy to provide peritoneal dialysis. And for the first time ever, we expanded our training program for catheter insertion across all ECMEA, leveraging on the highest standards of face-to-face, hands-on, and virtual education, virtual reality education that we have established in Turkey in our Rinaldi case. 39 healthcare professionals, surgeons, and nephrologists are now trained to perform catheter insertion procedure, really to give access to PD to more patients across the region. 14 box talks. What does it mean, 14 box talks? Box talks is a new way of educating healthcare professional when those specialists don't have much time. So it's a way to deliver the message, a new publication, and new knowledge in a more condensed way when the healthcare professional can see it at any point of time when they have this time and opportunity to educate themselves. Do we want to do more events in 2022? It is not about doing more. It is about doing what is truly impactful and will bring the difference. And this is our motto for 2022. Bring the difference, be more efficient, advance our strategy, and do that absolutely together, exactly as we do already in ECMEA. What else do we do? Let's take a look on the internal focus. Who is doing and who is achieving all those great results? This is us. This is you. This is people who are standing behind this screen in front of me and connecting from all across the ECMEA, whether we're talking about Baltics or Far East or our southern part of the globe in ECMEA in South Africa. A highest level of education, internal knowledge, and professionalism. The very, very high level of total certification rate. Congratulations. This is the baseline. This is the investment in ourselves, right? We know the product, we know the therapy, we know how to do the meeting with our customers to be more effective. And we went beyond. So this is the baseline, a great level of education for everyone, for all our teams across the region. But there is one more thing that we all achieved, and big congrats to those individuals who take an extra mile and took this responsibility as an excitement journey to share their knowledge broader outside of their function. We have 11 acute champions and 9 renal care kidney collaborative specialists. Those individuals across commercial team, marketing, clinical, those team members have extended knowledge, very deep understanding of therapy and product, and ready to share it and to broadcast it in a way outside of their clusters and their regions. Congratulations and thank you very much. This is the recipe of our success. A very strong focus on our customer, always keeping customer in mind, and a high level of professional education, high level of integrity and collaboration inside the organization. And with that, before we move on to 2022, I would like all our team members here on the call, marketing commercial leads for 2 businesses, join me and look at 2021 with the specific achievements per each BU. 2021 was an exciting year. It was a great year. And there are a lot of things to be grateful for and to build our journey into 2022, starting from a very high point where we ended in 2021.
So first, I would like to say big thank you to the team of Middle East for the phenomenal growth of peritoneal dialysis in this cluster. 364 net patients gain, 13% growth of the patients pool. That's an outstanding performance. Fantastic team Middle East. Another great achievement in PD of the last year is the launch of peritoneal dialysis in Iraq. 79 patients on therapy in only 8 months. Absolutely great launch. Big applause to the team Iraq. Number 3, great achievement, Maria already mentioned. Congratulations and big thank you to from the whole region, to the Turkish team who organized, hosted, and made it a big success. The first international catheter implantation training in Istanbul. 39 doctors trained from all over ECMEA, and they are back to their countries to put new patients on therapy. And finally, Project Olive in Israel, where Baxter took over peritoneal dialysis business from Teva. Thank you very much to the Project Olive team for this great accomplishment.
Okay, so the next achievement is acute.
Special kudos for the Turkish team, not only for having the biggest growth in ECMEA versus last year of 43%, but also for continuing on innovation, digitalization, and focusing on our organ support therapies products. The same goes for Poland, They kept the momentum on the Prismax launch, and they have onboarded our first 10 ECHO patients treated with Prismalung Plus, and still going on. And last but not the least important, special congratulations for Africa team, who not only have organized and hosted cross business unit symposium, but we actually had a record more than 300 HCPs participating live in the acute symposium sessions. Thank you and congrats to all.
2021 was a fantastic year for specialty injectable pharma business at Baxter. We delivered not only 30% growth in regards to sales, but also more than 50% growth in regards to profit. And since we acquired Calyx from Janssen, our focus was on this product, which is extremely important for our patients. We launched Baxter Labor product in 10 countries, and we will do it in 15 more in 2022. I would like to thank to everyone who contributed to those launches. It was really hard work of cross-functional teams. But 2021 was not only the year of Calyx, it was also a year of many tenders that we won in many countries. Just to mention one in Saudi Arabia for Protopam. So congratulations to the Saudi team.
After a 3-year growth drought, nutrition showed 18.6% growth versus the previous year. And that was done through notable achievements in our region. Like Turkey. Turkey grew their business by 69% overall. That was done through a large tender in ready-to-use bags that they won, catapulting their Olymel growth by 181%. In South Africa, they launched QNRG Plus and sold the first device on the African continent. This presence and market visibility assisted them to grow their business by 45% locally. Also in Poland, I want to recognize for achieving the highest number of Baxter-hosted events, topping 70 events, reaching almost 4,000 healthcare professionals. And that also aided them in achieving a double-digit growth. So I want to thank the entire clinical nutrition team across the region for your contribution. Thank you.
And thank you very much for hemodialysis team. HD did a double-digit growth, 10.6% growth in 2021. In spite of COVID and the impact on the chronic patients that we know was curing already for a couple of years in a row, that's an outstanding result. And special thank you for the team in Saudi Arabia who increased significantly the plant penetration for Theranova dialyzer. Theranova and HDX therapy is our continuous focus. We're aiming to provide more access to this therapy. We're aiming to increase awareness about the therapy, and contribution of Team Saudi Arabia was very significant to drive this across ECMEA. And special thank you to Team Turkey. It's not even a HD business growth achievement. It's even more. It's the launch excellence of new Nova dialyzer. It's the managing through a number of difficulties throughout the year, and in the end of the day, receiving an outstanding result in developing HD business even further. Thank you very much.
2021 has been a challenging year for medication delivery, but thanks to the achievement and effort of the Levance team with the administration sets, once again, we did achieve budget. So 6.4% variance versus last year. It's an amazing achievement. Thank you to the sales team. Thank you to the marketing team, but also to the supply chain team. In Turkey, excelling again in their launches for Starling and continuing their success launch that started last year in the National Anesthesia Reanimation Congress, and another congress to come. Thank you very much to the Turkish team.
For anesthesia, despite of the COVID impact continuation for 2021, nevertheless, the team succeeded to grow the business by 9.1% versus last year. Very special thanks to the team participated in this, and of course, one of the most important participants, our Russian colleagues, whom succeeded to grow the business by 33% despite of COVID, and also Middle East team, and a special thanks to our Gulf team, whom grown the business by 74%, and our Levant team, whom grown the business by 83%. Thank you very much. Also, as mentioned, that JX is one of the most important elements for our growth. Thanks a lot for our Southeast Europe team, whom succeeded for the first time to launch our anesthesia business in Serbia. We launched Cebu, and we done all the pre-launch activities for Soprane launch this year. Thank you very much.
Okay, with advanced surgery, we had a great year. We grew 50% versus 2020 and 39% versus 2019. I'd like to recognize the entire region, but specifically in Saudi, we grew 230%. This was a recovery versus 2020, and versus 2019, that's still a great growth of almost 40%. Then if we go to Turkey, wow, Turkey team is amazing. We went direct with the advanced surgery business in 2019, and look at the growth that we've had. We grew 108% versus 2019 and 87% versus last year. And now in Russia, Russia is a GX success and priority. We launched in 2019, and now we have 67% growth versus 2020. Amazing. And across the region, we've improved the profitability, and that's been driven by the Go Direct projects in Turkey, Croatia, also in South Africa. We moved the TISIL away from the registration with the distributor. And the team has done a great job on focusing on the higher profit products. So we've improved the operating margin, operating income by 141%. Amazing. ISAMEA is the best. Thank you.
Totally agree, John, and thank you very much for calling out all the achievements in 2021. Again, it's not something that is forgotten. This is for us a building stage for 2022. So now, without any further delay, let's take a look. Let's zoom in and take a look on the 2022 focus areas. How do we operate at the moment? We are, per each BU, per each cluster, has a very good alignment, and we're advancing the ways how we're working together with a very, very clear goals. We're aiming for more. We really would like to continue working together in a more efficient way, maximizing our effort and advancing our outcomes for a more synchronized and synergized way of working. And if we look further, so this is the way how this work could look like, and all those cogs and all those elements of every BU driving the success of each and every therapy can group even closer together to generate the better outcome and the better results in the future. So let's take a look further how we are advancing our strategies together and what our 2022 plans will look like. Starting from renal care. Renal care is the biggest therapy that we have in our portfolio. Shall we relax as a Baxter leader in PD, for example, or having solid position in HD? Do we need to relax and do anything? Of course not. We would like to excel our leadership. And there are a number of areas where we'll focus on 2022 beyond to make sure that our patients and healthcare professionals have better access and better knowledge on the different treatment options for the chronic renal disease.
So, dear PD team, let me give you key highlights of our business strategy for peritoneal dialysis for 2022. We have an ambitious sales target of $183 million with almost 10% growth versus 2021. Our strategy as an absolute category leader is to grow the category via 1,100 net patients gain, expansion to new countries, upgrading of existing products, and promotional tools. So now, key highlights how are we going to achieve these ambitious targets. Our tactical plan is focusing on three main customer groups: healthcare professionals, healthcare authorities, and patients. Our key priority is to drive the knowledge and passion of healthcare professionals to run PD. We will be doing this through continuous training and education programs with a focus on catheter implantation, developing our success of 2021. We will be activating our PD ambassadors community and inviting them to distribute their knowledge among their colleagues driving PD in the countries, in the clinics, in the markets. And we will start building digital infrastructure, means localizing internet portal for interaction with healthcare professionals so that we can reach broader audiences digitally. Another big set of activities is focused on changing healthcare policies in our markets to make them favorable for PD and providing healthcare authorities with economic data to drive PD growth. To increase patients' awareness about peritoneal dialysis, we will continue to roll out of My Kidney Journey websites and patient education programs. So I'm looking forward to working with you to drive PD growth. We will rock it. And the key elements of our marketing plan for the whole organization are PD launch in Egypt, focus on patients take on, and rolling out best practices in our markets. Thank you very much.
To continue the story of let's rock it in HD as well. 190 million sales target for this year in 2022 with a 4% growth. And what stands behind this number? That is our ultimate goal, to continue to drive and gain our market share in HD space, to be in a very solid position on top 3 HD providers. There are 3 elements that are fundamental for the execution of this goal. First is a focus on HDX, expanded hemodialysis therapy, and specifically on Theranova dialyzer penetration increase. How do we do that? We do that, and we already started this journey last year. We'll do that through the advancing the coalition and activating our HDX ambassadors, those doctors who has a knowledge and expertise in HDX and can explain and share this knowledge further through internal focus and internal awareness. With the help of our kidney collaborative specialists, we have 9 of them. My sincere thank you to everyone who is taking this exciting journey to look into the depth of HDX and Theranova and to drive this therapy further and share the knowledge within our organization. From commercial standpoint, the goal is to go beyond the current accounts. If we have the penetration of Theranova in a certain hospitals, this is fantastic. The aim is to increase it, and the aim is to go beyond those, to those clinics, to those customers who haven't tried Theranova. In 2022, basically as we speak, in a couple of weeks, we're launching broadly the new marketing campaign, the new set of materials, the new set of evidence links that can help and stimulate and drive the discussions with the healthcare professional about the value of HDX. And of course, in a more mid to long-term strategy, what we're doing as well, together with the great leadership from market access team, is looking into the future, how we can establish HDX reimbursement in our top markets in the next 1 to 3 years. The second goal is to enable sustainable growth, which was always on the list of our priorities. Go only after profitable deals, increase the number of services and the services that has the contractual obligations and could create an incremental flow of income to increase the install base, utilization rate, and pull through of our high margin products for already established install base, and focus on geographical extensions. There are 4 new projects in hemodialysis to look into in 2022. And finally, last but not least, to look on maximizing the utilization of our dialyzer portfolio. It is a great portfolio that we have in Baxter that serves the needs of different type and profiles of patients. Let's use it more. So with that, the goal is to increase HDX adoption to achieve more than 4 100,000 unit sales of Theranova and increase the penetration to 3.4% in 2022. Focus on thrust, or from our words, on utilizing and maximizing the dialyzer sales even more. In 2022, we're aiming to sell around 12 million or even more dialyzers. We're roughly 20% at the moment in AOP, but there is much more opportunity, is focusing on thrust. And SGP. Profitability is our remaining focus, and everyone in the organization should be focused on that. Thank you.
Hi there, everyone. With clinical nutrition, we will exceed our target of $68.5 million this year with a double-digit growth of 10.5%. I'm confident we will be able to do this again through specific focus on the execution of our strategy to fuel our profitable growth. So let's quickly look at our key strategic focus areas that will help us achieve this. Firstly, we will drive our focus products, which is Olymel, Olymel N12, Numeta, and the recovery of Synovit. We will have some new launches in N12 in Croatia and Hungary. And in Numeta, there's also new launches in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Turkey, and then in our CIS region, where Azerbaijan, Armenia, Georgia, and Mongolia will launch Numeta. Secondly, we need to drive our ready-to-use nutrition portfolio with specific focus on malnutrition treatment in the focus countries and execute our high-protein strategy in the more established markets. Therefore, it's important for us to focus on our portfolio mix to evaluate whether this approach is successful. And it's critical for us to also expand on the meta penetration in the existing markets, Poland and Czech, and then in CIS, specifically Ukraine and Kazakhstan. We will also align our marketing initiatives along the customer journey, and you can look forward to exciting new digital marketing material that we can incorporate into our marketing plans. So let's quickly summarize. It's important to focus on Olymel and the Olymel N12 launches, expand Numeta through the new launches, and implement the new digital marketing initiatives in the region. So let's advance our strategy together and win again in 2022. Thank you.
In acute therapies in 2022, we basically are targeting to stay almost flat in growth versus previous year and stay in the same range of 75 millions. Our goal is basically to strengthen our leadership position on CRRT and maximize the return on the investment we have with the big install base that we have out there in a post-COVID era, and keep the momentum of a sustainable growth through our organ support therapies portfolio. There are three directions here. First, and the most important one, is to increase the utilization of our full portfolio. And how we can do that is by positioning our key differentiators, which are our high-end fluids, like citrate and Foxilium, and our premium sets, like Oxiris TPE and Prismalung Plus. Of course, we have new markets where there is still a need to advance our acute therapy adoption, and we can do that by GEOX launch excellence. One of the focuses is to increase the footprint of Prismax and consequently to launch Prismalung Plus in countries like Croatia, Czech Republic, or Saudi. The third direction, but not the least important one, is to elevate the way we engage with customers. So we need to continue on driving the digital transformation journey for our ACP education. So this year we're going to launch the Baxter Critical Care Institute learning hub for our doctors, in continuing also on our medical education programs like Center of Excellence and ACE Symposium. So if you'll have to remember just three main areas when it comes to acute therapy strategy execution, that will be Prismax launch, GEOX excellence, and digital marketing. Thank you.
In medication delivery, we have a budget of 82 million this year with a double-digit 11% growth, very ambitious growth, but we won't rest until becoming the leader in IV supplier in targeted countries. How are we achieving our budget? There are essentially three key priorities that we see. First, we want to prioritize profitable growth in IV therapy. So we want to focus on more and more ViaFlow and less ViaFlex, so growing the ViaFlow penetration in ICEMEA. We want to expand more and more the balanced solutions, so our PlasmaLite and GNAC solutions. Number two, we want to grow market penetration in elastomerics. And we want to do that in existing market, but also in new market with our geo-expansion projects in elastomerics across ICEMEA. And number three, we want to explore the optimal go-to-market model and target customers for Starling and also for Proud. And I would like to thank also the ICEMEA members that took over the training responsibilities on those two projects. So that being said, our three main goals, summarizing, are exploring Starling and Proud potential in ICEMEA, launching Equilibria in targeted countries, and expand elastomerics. I look forward to continue working with you in 2022.
Okay, going for the anesthesia. I think 2022 will be a remarkable year in anesthesia because after 2 years of COVID impact, we would like to regain our high growth momentum. And high growth momentum will be mainly by focusing on supreme clinical selling and differentiation. Our aim from numbers point of view to achieve a $49 million of sales in 2022, which represent a high double-digit growth up to 34% growth. Very ambitious, but I am sure that with the team we have on the ground, we'll do it and even more. The three main areas where we need to focus as anesthesia business, we need to focus on Supreme. As you know, that Supreme is one of the most profitable products we have in Baxter portfolio. We aim in 2022 to achieve a 72% SGB, and we aiming at growing our Supreme business by 36% in value and 53% in units. Supreme growth will be mainly through the clinical selling and differentiation. The second area is SIVO. We are facing a lot of challenges in SIVO from price erosions, from competition, local generics, but we still having our main strategy compete, win, and market share gain. We aim to grow SIVO in 2022 by 28% in value and 34% in units. And we need to avoid as much as we can price erosions and keep our SGB at 47%. Last but not least, an added value, which is the gas capture, which is the new technology that only Baxter is having at the moment. We are willing to launch it as a pilot in 2 countries, Poland and Czech, in preparation for launching it along all ICEMEA countries. So in summary, 3 main points to focus on. Supreme growth again, this is the most important. SIVO market share gain, gas capture launch. Thank you very much, and I wish you a very successful 2022. Thank you.
Okay, great. Hey, team, Advanced Surgery. We are going to be growing to 28.6. We're going to be knocking on the door of 30 million. Okay, and how are we going to do it? Well, we have a great team across ICEMEA, but we have our primary goal is to think active. Woohoo! We have to think active, and we're going to change the narrative to drive the increase of active hemostats being used in the operating theater. We have a lot of great tools. We have the Vibe Scale, and we are continuing to use that in all of our events. Now, we have some big geo-expansion priorities continuing in Russia with TISIA launch planned for later this year. And we're going to be entering Iraq. Iraq is a great opportunity for us in 2022. And we are going to continue to focus on the high margin products, and we're going to drive the sales of HemoPatch. And our goal is to break 3 million this year. We also have ambitious growth plans in Poland, where we're growing the team. And Saudi and the Gulf are have a great plan for 2022. And in South Africa, things are recovering, and we're going to have a great year in South Africa. So, team, we have to, first of all, be active and think active. We're going to continue to change the narrative. We're going to do live wet labs, and we're going to do virtual wet labs, and we're going to do it together because we have a great team in EMEA. EMEA is the best region. Thank you very much.
Hi, finally, the dedicated SIP team is already in place, and we will collaborate closely with country teams to build strong presence of SIP in key EMEA markets. We will deliver 64 million US dollar sales and will grow by 10% versus 2021. How we would like to achieve it? The most important product for SIP portfolio will be Calyx. We launched it in 10 countries in 2021, and we will do it in 15 more in 2022 to reach 20 million US dollars sales at least. We will start the promotion of Calyx to our HCP, and we will differentiate versus traditional doxorubicin. The next point that we will do is we will clean up the current portfolio of existing products. We will explore opportunities to launch Holoxan, Endoxan, and Uromitexan in EMEA countries. We will do it whenever the potential of the sales is exceeding $500,000 US in 5 years. And we have to improve the profitability of Ahmedabad portfolio, and we will do it by attending the tenders where we see the gross margin can be big enough. So we will start Calyx promotion. We have to be excellent in tenders. And last but not least, we will collaborate closely with BD teams to bring new products to SIP portfolio for the future. I look forward to work with all of you in 2022.
Thank you very much. With that, you just have seen the key focus areas for each and every BU. It will be even more in 2022, bringing Halerum legacy great portfolio into the scope, into the range of all the products and businesses we do operate in our company, in our EMEA region. Doesn't matter in which business unit we're working, we're one Baxter, we're one EMEA organization. And our people, our teams, everyone from you, from us, this is how we're making the difference to serve our patients better on a daily basis and to outperform our competitors, to remain the position of the leader and to excel the leadership. I wish you a fantastic and a very strong 2022 with a lot of collaboration and a lot of enhancements. Looking forward for a great story to continue to build our leadership in EMEA. Okay.
Great.
Thanks
Great.
everyone. Thanks, Jackie. We're at 40 minutes, so we extended our time on 10 minutes. We'll need to cut somehow afterwards.
No worries. We can cut June.
But it's better than last year
No, it's very nice. It's very
in
nice.
terms
It's
of the
really nice.
timing.
It's perfect.
Great.
I think that was great.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it worked, but I don't know how they're going to shave off 10 minutes.
I think there are a few areas where it's possible to cut, right, Jackie? Because there is like a slower breaks or like when no one was speaking. So maybe we can cut it and at least save around 3 to 4 minutes, more or less. We'll extend the time anyway, but not at 10, maybe by 5 minutes, which is fine.
I will request that. I'll just see if they can do that for you. Yes.
Okay, good.
All right.
Can we
Great.
cut a little piece of what I said, because I mistakenly said that we achieved budget at the beginning.
Okay, consider it done, Serena. Don't worry, consider it achieved. Why not?
No, but when we were talking about
on site for 2022.
You prophetize.
Yeah.
when we were talking about the achievement, I said thanks to the Levantine we achieved budget, and we did not achieve budget. I wanted to say we achieved the growth 1%, but we cannot say that. Like I cannot say that. Can we cut that?
I'll have to see where it is. Just if you can give me the exact. So you said, and that was in the beginning.
Yeah, you want us to be on the line, and we rerun it at the beginning.
Yes, that'd be great. We can do that. Yeah.
Okay. So what else, Jackie? Do we need to do something now or we're done? The recording is over.
We're done. If you're happy, I'm happy. There's nothing else from our side.
Okay.
But yeah.
So I have a question. So you will anyhow cut, yeah?
We will try. This is what Jackie said. We need to request, and I will write back to the rest of the team that we need to cut a few pieces where there is nothing happening, right? Just to save the time.
Okay, and most probably there will be cut before me because there was quite a long break. I saw still the previous slide and I didn't start to talk. So if you will do it, so maybe, I can re-record myself. I'm not happy with the, medium part. And I don't want to bother all of you. We can,
We can't do a re-record.
Okay.
If we re-record, we'd have to record everybody else.
Okay.
We can't, yeah, unfortunately, that won't work.
Okay, clear.
Okay, good. Then thank you very much, everyone. Thanks for your time. Have a great day.
Thank you, Maria. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, Maria. Thank you.
Cheers all.
Thank you.
Everyone, thanks so much.
Well done.
Good job. Well done.